Hey everyone, so welcome back to another video on our channel, and this video are going to discuss a very important update regarding the Cognizant ongoing Genc mass hiring for 2024 batch. So if your college is eligible for this particular hiring, if Cognizant is hiring from your college, make sure to watch this video because this is going to be regarding the Cognizant interview updates. Okay, basically the interview preparation strategy, what things you must prepare and what things are going to be most important during the Cognizant Genc interview. So we are going to discuss all about this from previous year experiences to all the questions they have been asking from past few years, and also the modifications or the extra things you must learn based on the change pattern of this particular 2024 batch hiring. Let's start about the Cognizant interview preparation, but before moving on, if you are new to our channel, make sure to click on the subscribe button, join our Telegram and WhatsApp from the description box link, and also make sure to click on the bell icon after subscribing because we post multiple hiring, onboarding and interview updates every day regularly. Make sure not to miss out. So let's see what is this particular update about Cognizant is coming. And if you are following our channel, you already know we have been posting about this particular Cognizant hiring, before every round we have posted all the details about exam pattern, preparation strategy, resources, everything, and also about interview updates, results and all. So if you are one of those who have been applying for Cognizant recently, make sure to click on the bell icon because we are going to give you all the updates from hiring till you are going to get joining in Cognizant, all the interview updates and everything. So make sure not to miss out. So let's start and see what things you should prepare and how to prepare. So first of all, the basic thing that every interview is common is going to be the introduction. So self introduction is going to be one of the most important part of your interview because that is going to decide the flow of your interview, what type of questions they are going to ask you in the interview, what questions you can avoid by giving what details in this introduction part. So with introduction, if you are adding just one or two topics that you have interest in, like you can say like I have interest in DBMS, then there are going to be some questions absolutely from DBMS. So you can use this thing to direct the interviewer in a direction where they can ask you some questions from. Okay, but make sure you have a deep knowledge about that particular topic, only then you can use this. Okay, next most important thing in every interview is also going to be a project. Whatever project you have done, you have already the fourth year completed students, so you all must have some projects done in your final year. So make sure to explain the project. Okay, they are going to ask you about the projects. Okay, then you can explain about the projects. Don't give elaborate thing. Okay, just give what solution you are giving, what is the problem that you are solving through your project. Okay, what problem was there and why you have why you have chose to make those particular project, and how you have solved those particular problems, and in particular which part you have contributed, because in projects there might be 3 or 4 members, so your contribution for the project is going to be also important. They might ask you which technologies you have used for this particular project, why you have chosen to use that particular technology and not something other like that. But they're not going to be very detailed questions like write the code of the project or something like that. They're not going to ask that. Next are going to be favorite programming language. They might ask you what favorite programming language you have. Okay, so suppose you are saying Java, so they're going to ask you questions about some Java things like exception handling, or how the memory management happens in Java, what is the difference between final and finally keyword in Java. These type of multiple Java related questions they might ask. Also they might ask why Java is better than C++, or why do you think Java is better than others, like that. Okay, next is going to be two most important topics that are going to be OOPS concept and DBMS. Let's see one by one. OOPS concept, they are going to ask you all the questions related to the 4 pillars of OOPS. Also some things like friend function, friend class, abstract class, okay, interface. What are these things? We have to have a detailed knowledge about this. Static keywords, okay, operator overloading, okay, and the overriding, overloading, what is the difference between these things, okay, abstract class. All of these things they might ask you questions. Make sure to have proper in-depth knowledge about this. Examples, both real life and industry level in examples you should have. Next, they are going to ask questions about database management system. From database management system, they might ask anything related to asset properties, transactions, normalization, or deadlock handling concepts. Anything they can ask related to database management system, and also SQL. SQL is also going to be one of the most important things because they might ask you from little questions from about SQL keywords. Okay, like what is DDL, DML? This might they ask. What is the difference between drop and truncate? They might ask why you use commit or rollback. They might ask, or they might even give you to write a query or SQL query. This is going to be a short SQL queries, okay, not too long or too tough related to triggers and all. No, basic SQLs if you know, and then you can easily answer it. If you don't have any idea about SQL or proper knowledge about SQL, you can check our playlist from the description box. I'll give you the link. You can check the playlist. There are only 11 to 12 videos. If you're watching those in 1x or 1.5x, you can easily cover the whole SQL within 2 hours, 3 hours, like that. Okay, so make sure to practice all the SQL questions. You can search in Google to practice SQL interview queries, like that. You can practice from there also. There will be GFG or other links as well. Next, one thing that is new for this particular batch. Earlier, the Genc role was only non-technical questions were there till the interview. In interview, they might ask technical questions, but now this time they have given a in technical round, and there were two separate clusters that you have to choose while registering only which clusters you want to go. So if you have chosen the cluster with Java, make sure to prepare well about Java. If you have chosen the cluster about Python, make sure to prepare well about the Python, and NCSQL for both of this is available. So make sure to choose whatever cluster you have chosen. Make sure to prepare the questions from there. Okay, there might be multiple questions, or for about any topic about Python, Java, you can just search in Google that Java top interview questions or Python top interview questions, like that. You can get top 2 websites like Interview Bits or something. Many other websites are there. Go to top 2 links, prepare all the questions. That will be done. Enough of that. Okay, next there might be few coding questions as well. Okay, but there is a very less chance of getting coding questions. Even if you are getting coding questions, you are going to get easy coding questions like Fibonacci series, factorial of a number, these type of basic coding questions, like what you would have done in your first year. These type of coding questions they might ask. Next, there might be some aptitude questions, because in past few years in Cognizant, they always asked 1 2 3 like that aptitude questions to each candidate in the interview. Okay, there might be aptitude questions related to ages, related to ratio, related to profit loss, anything. Not too much calculative, but easy questions there might be. They might even allow you to use pen and paper for this. Okay, so aptitude questions they are also going to ask at least once. If they're following the previous year trends, they're going to ask you these questions. They're going to even ask you some puzzle questions like logical reasonings and all. They might ask you to, where you have to use your brain basically. Generally only 1 to 2 hardly puzzles are there. That depends on the particular interview panel you have got. There might be puzzles, there might not be puzzles, but generally there is at least one puzzles. Next, there are going to be most important thing at the end that many people don't give enough attention to is HR related questions. So HR questions like why you want to join Cognizant. Okay, this is one of the most important questions that you have to answer. Also, are you willing to relocate? Are you willing to work in night shifts if required? So these things obviously you have always have to say yes to these things. Otherwise, they might not select you even if your interview is perfect. They want to see that their candidates are flexible to work whatever mode or whatever city the company needs them to. Okay, make sure to understand that. Also, they might ask some situation based questions like what will you, how will you manage a team where there are senior members working under you, like that type of questions also ask. And next thing is they might ask you questions about at the end that do you have any question to ask us, like that. So whenever they are saying this particular thing that do you have any question, then do not say that I don't have any question, and also do not say or ask anything related to your interview performance or results. Okay, do not ask when I will get results. Do not ask how my interview has gone. Give some feedback. Don't do these things. Okay, ask questions related to your future with Cognizant or your future whatever company you are giving your interview for. Okay, make sure to ask questions like what technologies I might use in future with if I'm working with Cognizant. Okay, what type of projects, which technical domains you think I should work on or I should learn now, so that I can get more opportunities in the future, like this type of questions you should ask, so that the interviewer thinks that you have a detailed interest in the IT industry, IT market, in learning also you have a good interest, and also joining Cognizant, working with Cognizant. This type of questions you might ask. Next, so that's it all about the Cognizant. And as soon as the interviews are going on, if I'm getting any interview updates related to like interview experience of candidate given interviews, I'm going to post about that as well. So make sure to follow our channel for that. If you have any queries after that, make sure to comment down. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.